Welcome to 𝐏𝐑𝐄 we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 3:16 p.m. on Eastern Time on the first day of August is on Monday today, by the way. Ethereum just $1,629, now about close to 3% so far. Respective over crypto market and the equity market, as expected, as we were foreshadowing a relatively down to flat day today, and we are progressing into a relatively down to flat day so far. But across the crypto side, I would say it's a little bit more mitigated in comparisons to the equity side. Ethereum is currently breaking the 1650 and the 1750 as we are attempting to break down, forming a death cross slowly on a daily, but on a weekly and monthly, we're still looking quite bullish, right? As we have been talking about for quite some time. And on the media front, I would say there isn't anything specific. Obviously, there's some news around housing data, or like the home price and the lack thereof in terms of mortgage activities because of high debt rates. People are less likely to be buying houses than ever. So that's like pretty much the news so far. But other ones are really non-relevant. They're more just trivial or regurgitation news, around things that we have already talked about so far. So let's just dive into technical. It's a relatively quicker one than usual. And I just want to say thank you for all the kind notes that you guys have given me around Gary, my partners. Obviously, he passed away last week. And thank you so much for the kind notes. And also, like you guys showing support on my Patreon as well. Definitely, highly appreciate, your friendship and support. It's really kind of you. So, with respect to recording time again, 3:18 p.m. on Eastern Time, we are at 1627, just a hair below the next resistance level or the support level which we broke through. So levels down would be 1500. No, not 1500, 1550 as the next level right now. You can see it on the next level, which is a relatively substantive consolidated level. But if we break that level, right, we have a long way to go down to 1250, right? Which I think, based on the setup that we're at right now, as we broke below the 67 out of 70, and as we break below by forming a depth cross slowly, I think seeing anywhere from, I would say, 1450 all the way to 1250 is very logical based on the current setup right now. In respect to Bitcoin, down 1.4% so far. We are also about to form a depth cross as well. You can see that we clearly lost steam from 60 out of 70, so coming down to the next level right now at 54 out of 70 on the RSI scale. So as we cross down, we're gonna see some levels, reaching to approximately $20,000 all the way to somewhere around 19,500 as well. So with respect to weekly and monthly, though, you can see that we're about to form a golden cross. So week sell looks quite bullish, but you need to see some sort of a short-term volatility before we go up from here, right? And also on the monthly, we are also plateauing as well. So I think the signs are looking quite good, right? On a daily again, right, quite bearish, but on a weeks out, right, as we get that hump, right, which I believe will triangulate well with the CFI report that's coming out in August 10th, which is basically next Wednesday. So a little bit over a week from now, we should see some bullish pressure ahead. And this is applicable to Ethereum as well. You can see that we're about to golden cross on a weekly, and the monthly is quite plateau as well. Daily looks obviously about to form a death cross. So again, short-term volatility, weeks out, we should see some bullish pressure. And this is applicable across all the spectrum. Obviously, Ethereum Classic is a little bit premature. You can see that we are quite extended. Weekly, we also form a golden cross already, so we are looking for some sort of a leap down already. Monthly is already forming some sort of a correction as well. So I think across the spectrum for all the other altcoin, Dogecoin, Cardano, all the ones below, again, on a daily, right, quite bearish, right, because we need to kind of cool down before we go up. Weeks and months out, quite bullish from here. Okay, so that's a good thing, right? It means that we should see some revival coming up, right? And let me just look at the news real quick to see anything that we should be aware of before I hop off. Nothing much, right? It seems like quite just stale today. Look at Tesla, you can see that we're also surging, so we are at the relatively high overbought zone. 70 out of 70, obviously. Let me look at the weekly. Yeah, form a golden cross, so makes sense. Monthly, yeah, I would say, yeah, it's quite bullish on Tesla, but obviously, quite extended on the daily. So I wouldn't really, I would probably take some profit around here, if that makes any sense. We just look at on the stock side as well. You could see that we're clearly meeting with the next resistance level on the Dow Jones, S&P 500, same thing. We're meeting that level as well. Nasdaq is not showing here, but I would say across the spectrum we are reaching a relatively high level, quite extended overall. So and I think this makes sense because of the post FOMC rebound. It's like more of a release rebound, so quick makes sense across the spectrum. But I think it probably makes sense for you to be more cautious. In the near term, we should see some more volatility ahead, but after weeks out, we should see some bullish pressure. All right, so that's it for today, and let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you. Take care. Bye.